Okay, so it's time to get some insight from my podcast. Welcome to Analytics. You can start choosing the time frame you want here on the upper right. These will be the date the system will consider for every analytic you're gonna see below. In this time frame, you got some interesting measure. The number of users you got, the number of page views you got, the number of total clicks you got, and the listen rate. Look at these closely. The users are the number of the listeners passed through GoPodMe. Page views represent the number of pages seen overall. This is the total clicks. It means the total number of listening intention you got in a GoPodMe page. And finally, the listen rate. This represents the number of visitors of your GoPodMe page that actually listen to your podcast. Your goal is to keep this value high. Below here, there's the page view per day, and it shows the number of page views per every day. This is really useful to understand and analyze some peaks. These, for example. Usually, you get peaks when you release a new episode, but it could happen that someone talks about you in a podcast, in a blog post, in a YouTube video. You should analyze these peaks, trying to understand why there was this peak. At the same time, also the dip here should be analyzed. In this time frame, you got a high listen rate. But what happens if I change the time frame? For example, taking a whole month. Well, something huge happened on the 2nd of September, and I should analyze that. Your listener rate went down, probably because the traffic that you brought on that day was also made of people that didn't play your podcast. So you could be more targeted on your campaigns. Here I have the unique platform clicks. It represents the platforms that my user prefers. In my case, Spotify is the large winner. You can also deselect platforms to see only a subset of the overall available platform. In this section, you have view per source. It means the sources where the people are coming from. I'm really good on Instagram stories, for example, and YouTube. Linktree is also bringing me a lot of traffic, and Facebook is following here. So, what do you suggest if you should find a winning platform? I use Linktree on Instagram, so it means Instagram in this case is the most efficient way to promote my podcast. I can use also this section to understand if my campaigns were effective. Here I got views per country, and it represents the views of my page grouped by country. On the right instead, I have the section of devices. In my case, mobile is the winner together with Android. For example, if I review tech products, this is really useful to understand which is my potential audience. In my case, the personalization of my GoPodMe page will pass only through the mobile because desktop is just the 20% of the overall traffic. Like before, I can choose to delete one or more section just to understand better my data. In every section, you can use the toolbox here to get a clear picture of what is the metric about and use that to leverage your promotion. Are you ready to skyrocket? Analytics helps you a lot to make right decisions.